Kulang ang nakaano. Saan ko yun? Ano ba yan? PPP? Na. Zone. Vision CPC. Oh. Wala naman nakita ang ano. Ha? Meron ka rin ba?
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas. Kayang magiliw, pero sa silanganan, alam ng puso, sa dikit mo'y buhay. Upang hinirang, kuya ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisigil, sa nagagaptulog sa simoy at sa langit ng pangaw, ay hinatang tulakawin sa pagkayang minamahal. Ang isang katawan mo'y tagumpay na nag-iingin, ang bituin at araw niya kailan ang ay di magtitingin. Luman ang araw ng walang pagsingka, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang hindi kaya na pagkay ng amin, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Good day, everyone. To all our partners in Zoom and Facebook Live, happy tuning to our event today. And of course, good evening to all our partners from the United States. And good morning to all of those here in the Philippines. Magandang umaga, maayong buntag kanatong tanan. I am Faith Rochelle C., World Vision Child Protection Compact Project Manager, and I will be your host for this end of project celebration. Actually, guys, we are joined by approximately 700 participants right now because there are those who are gathered on site in their respective barangays, cities, schools, tuning into one Zoom account for our event today. So how about we try to check them on screen right now? Do we have them live? Yes, so let's start off from our areas covered sa CLT or Child Labor Trafficking from our Cebu and Mandaue partners. When I call on you guys, you make a sound, say hi, wave, and make your presence known. So let's see, zoom to our partners from Cebu and Mandaue City. Do we have here? Yes, there they are. Hi, everyone. Yes, hello. So welcome to our event today. And so let's also check on from our partners from our OSEC areas. Let's start off from the municipality of Cordova. So we have our staff there together with them. Our field staff right now, Shanine. Yes, so there they are. Hey, guys, how are you? Say there.
Hello.
There they are from the municipality of Cordova. And of course, let's try also to check together with our staff, Ray Dahonan, in Lapu-lapu City. So he is together with one of our covered areas. Ray, yes. Hi, everyone. There they go. So it's good to see you guys virtually, though. And we have our partners, of course, from Taguig City, though they are not gathered in one area since it's still prohibited due to the quarantine protocols or the COVID-19 protocols in their areas. But they are with us today, live also viewing in Zoom and in Facebook Live in their respective homes and offices. Thank you so much. So today, we are actually celebrating the gains of our partnership in ending OSEC and CLT. If we can recall, it was in 2017 when the United States and the Philippine government signed the Child Protection Compact Partnership, an agreement to address child labor trafficking and online sexual exploitation of children. Through the U.S. Department of State and the Philippine Department of Justice Interagency Council Against Trafficking, both governments pledged strong commitment to materialize the partnership's 4-year implementation plan. Yes, and this CPC partnership is threefold, no? The objective, you can see there on the screen, and all of these objectives build on the improvement of ongoing efforts of the Philippine government and civil society to address and prevent trafficking in persons. And as we know, as you are our partners, World Vision's focus is on strengthening existing community-based systems and services meant for the protection and recovery of children affected by OSEC and CLT, and of course, preventing these crimes. And so today, we are gathered to celebrate the successes and recognize the efforts and commitments of our different partner stakeholders. At this point, friends, World Vision's National Director will be with us to officially welcome us all in today's celebration, Romel V. Fuerte. A round of applause.
Thank you very much, Faith. Hello, everyone. I am really hoping that you are all doing very well, healthy and safe wherever you are. A very warm welcome to each of you, and thank you very much for being here today, for joining us to celebrate the many great things that we have accomplished together to protect Filipino children against online sexual exploitation and child labor trafficking. World Vision is so honored to partner with the International Justice Mission, the Philippines, and the U.S. governments through the CPC project. We are so grateful, especially with the local government units from the barangays, municipalities to cities. Thank you very much for being at the front line and for keeping all our children safe and protected, especially during this time of pandemic. It has been also very inspiring for us at World Vision to engage and partner with children, youth, students. I see a number of you here now, teachers, social workers, community leaders, faith-based organizations and leaders, civil society organizations, and the regional and national interagency councils. It's so amazing how we all come together, how we all work together, bringing in each of our individual or our organizational strengths and expertise to ensure that children are really safe and protected from OSEC and CLT. Our partnership and our commitment to this project, to CPC project, have accomplished so many things. And some of them include the reactivation and functionality of the Barangay Council for the Protection of Children with very specific programs and services on OSEC and CLT. And really happy to know that a number have been trained as advocates from among students, faith-based organizations, from community groups, advocates in raising awareness on OSEC and doing some actions on it. And also really happy to see local governments programs and services improving based on research recommendations. So these are just some of the many, many great things that we have done together through CPC project. And so it's my hope that today our celebration would highlight more of these, more of our milestones and achievement as partners, recognizing each of our stakeholders, each of your contributions, so that every child will be safe and protected all the time, even in times of pandemic, such as in times like this. And may our vision for every child to experience, every child will experience life in all its fullness. And may our prayer also that everyone, every heart will have will make that vision for every child to experience life in all its fullness a reality, that it will become a reality for every child. And so once again, a very, very warm welcome to each of you. Daghang salamat, maraming salamat, and may God bless us all.
Thank you so much, Kuya Romel, for that very, very warm welcome. Thank you for keeping us, being with us live today. And of course, World Vision is grateful for the trust and partnership from the prime and lead of the CPC Partnership here in the Philippines International Justice Mission. So this time, let us hear a message from the Regional Vice President of the Online Sexual Exploitation of Children Hub, or OSEC Hub in Asia Pacific region of IJM, Attorney Sam Innocential. Let's hear from his message.
To our friends from the U.S. Department of State.
Okay, so we are waiting for the message of Attorney Sam. I just really hope that everyone right now listening in your respective places, you are hearing us very well, no? So I suppose, no, na marami tayong mga kabataan also tuning in, our children and our youth leaders from our schools who are also with us right now. Maayong buntag, magandang umaga sa inyong tanan. And so right now, guys, let's try also to check on not only from the schools, but we have actually our faith-based organization partners with us right now. And later on, we will be seeing them on screen. So without further ado, let us hear on the message from Attorney Sam Innocential.
To our friends from the U.S. Department of State, Office to Monitor and Combat Trafficking in Persons, the World Vision Development Foundation Incorporated, friends, guests, and participants from the municipality of Cordova, the cities of Lapu-lapu, Taguig, Mandaue, and Cebu, from the Interagency Council Against Trafficking Region 7, the Department of Labor and Employment Region 7, all government and non-governmental organizations represented here today. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Good morning. I remember sitting in a meeting with my team some 3 years ago, trying to understand this issue of online sexual exploitation of children, or OSEC, how complex it was and how it can easily spread across the country. I asked myself, how do I maintain hope in facing an enemy that is bigger, stronger, and more dangerous than anything I have ever seen? As I wrestled with this issue, I kept coming back to my faith in the power of people coming together doing what is good. As Edmund Burke said, the only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing. 3 years after, I'm sitting in my own home, now celebrating with you all the incredible success of collaboration among organizations, institutions, and even individuals, both government and non-government, through the Child Protection Compact, especially its program against OSEC and Child Labor Trafficking, or CLT. Today, we are celebrating the success of the prevention component of the CPC through the incredible work of World Vision and its partners. With the Child Protection Compact, I have greater hope than ever before that OSEC, including CLT, will soon fall as we together have stepped up to the line resolved to combat these crimes. With greater resources, IJM was able to scale our tested and proven solution, ending violence by ending impunity, and through a collaborative effort in local communities by strengthening existing community-based systems and services meant for the protection and recovery of children, and thus preventing these crimes. My deepest gratitude to World Vision, our friends and colleagues, and of course, my dear friend Romel Fuerte, World Vision's Philippine Country Director. From the very start, we knew that your expertise, experience, and network are vital to the success of this project. Thank you for excellently stewarding the prevention component of the CPC with your several decades of experience implementing community-led child protection systems. It has been a huge privilege to be in partnership with such a well-respected institution. And your success in this program is palpable. And we know that the mechanisms and systems you have put in place in these local communities will continue to prevent and protect children from OSEC and CLT for many years to come. Of course, the success of the CPC would not have been possible without the support of key government bodies and local government units. I thank the leaders and people of Cordova, Lapu-lapu, Taguig, Cebu, and Mandaue for welcoming this project to your communities. Thank you for collaborating with World Vision and IJM in our shared goal of protecting children. You now have become the standard of community response against OSEC and CLT. Of course, I thank the U.S. government, particularly the Office to Monitor and Combat Trafficking in Persons, for your trust in IJM, World Vision, and the consortium. Thank you for investing in the Philippine government's response to OSEC through strengthening the criminal justice system and developing community-based mechanisms to prevent OSEC, including CLT. Let's all celebrate what we've achieved together and take delight in the stories shared during this time. But let's also not rest on our laurels. The COVID-19 pandemic, as you all know, has posed another challenge in our pursuit of safeguarding children against OSEC. And we've read about the surge of child sexual exploitation materials since the pandemic began. Indeed, this pandemic has presented a massive roadblock. But seeing the outcomes of the CPC through the work of World Vision and partner agencies and witnessing the success of our collaboration, I have never felt more confident and hopeful that together we can surpass anything that gets in the way of protecting our children and their future. Mabuhay po tayong lahat. Maraming salamat po. Thank you and good morning.
Wow, it is really encouraging to hear those words from you, Attorney Sam. And I'm pretty sure that our partners tuning in today are all more encouraged to continue what has been started. So at this juncture, we are actually very blessed to have with us, nonetheless, the Program Advisor of Office to Monitor and Combat Trafficking in Persons, U.S. Department of State, Sarah Davis, for her message to all partners working towards ending OSEC and CLT here in the Philippines. Sarah?
Thank you, Faith. I am happy to be here with everyone. Although I wish I could be with you all in person, I appreciate this opportunity to speak with you in this virtual setting. Our governments share a long history of cooperation and collaboration, and the Child Protection Compact, or the CPC Partnership, is one example of that strong bilateral relationship. Importantly, it also reflects our shared concern about the appalling impact of trafficking on Filipino child victims and our continuing commitment to action to address it. In 2016, when my office began negotiations with the Interagency Council Against Trafficking and its member agencies to develop the CPC partnership, we did so knowing that the government of Philippines had already established a strong foundation in anti-trafficking efforts. We knew that as we embarked on this partnership, we did so with not only a committed government, but also a robust Philippine civil society that was equally committed to hold perpetrators accountable, improve comprehensive trauma-informed protective services for victims, and strengthen existing community-based mechanisms for identifying, protecting, and ultimately preventing the presence of child victims. For the prevention objective of the CPC partnership to be successful, strong collaboration with organizations that were intimately familiar with local barangays and child protection councils were critical. We were so fortunate to have found that capability when IJM selected World Vision as one of its partners under its CPC program. In addition, we understand that the success of a partnership like the CPC requires close collaboration with the relevant government agencies at all levels responsible for responding to human trafficking in the Philippines. We are grateful that such collaboration has been strong throughout the CPC partnership, reflected not only in World Vision and IJM's dedication, but also the commitment of local government leaders and agencies, many of them who are here today, that have and continue to implement practices developed under the partnership. World Vision has utilized its child protection advocacy model to strengthen formal and informal child protection systems and service provision at the community level. There have been so many noteworthy achievements to come out of this work, many of which I'm sure will be touched on today during the celebration. I did want to note a few that stood out to me, and that was the examples of equipping community workers to be OSEC advocates and form community child protection advocate groups. These groups continue to provide valuable information to families about OSEC and CLT, keeping their communities safe from future child exploitation and even helping identify victims. Another example was designing anti-OSEC workshops for student leaders in schools, many of whom I know are on this call today, resulting in many of them informing their classmates about child exploitation and what they can do if they know someone or are themselves in such a situation. Many of these students have committed to being advocates toward preventing OSEC when they leave school, a hopeful and powerful reminder that the sustainability of our work now will be borne out in the next generation's efforts and dedication. During the past year, adaptability has been critical to World Vision's efforts. The COVID-19 pandemic spread throughout the Philippines and the globe, rendering many of their in-person trainings and community engagement unsafe. My office is impressed with the ways World Vision, alongside IJM, found ways to safely engage with community leaders in virtual settings or smaller groups of participants while wearing masks and practicing social distancing. Human trafficking, as you are all aware, does not stop because of a global pandemic. World Vision's dedication to continue its prevention work helps ensure future generations of children will not be in such situations of exploitation. While World Vision's activities might be ending under this CPC partnership, my office is pleased that this is not the end of our engagement with them in our efforts to combat child trafficking. Last year, the US government signed a new CPC partnership with the government of Mongolia, and World Vision's team there will be implementing many of the partnership's activities alongside the government. I'm also pleased to hear that through our counterparts at the US Department of Labor, World Vision will continue their work in the Philippines, strengthening the capacity of governments and communities to address online sexual exploitation of children and child labor trafficking. World Vision's work under the CPC project is a testament to the important role that civil society has and continues to play in reducing child trafficking across the whole country. We look forward to seeing the fruits of their efforts continue well past the formal completion of the CPC partnership between our two governments. Thank you.
Us today. I suppose it's already late in the US, yet you really allotted your precious time to be with us in this special day to celebrate the gains of the CPC's partnership. And truly, thank you for that encouraging message and reminder for all of us. And of course, the very reason we are able to celebrate today is because of the commitment and actions done at the ground level. So over the years of implementation, we were actually, World Vision Child Protection Compact has provided actually significant contribution in the fight against child labor trafficking as well as OSEC. And as the project is nearing an end, we are confident that the efforts on OSEC and CLT prevention will be sustained with the commitment of our communities and partners. Kayong lahat, tayong lahat, kamong tanan nga naminaw, karon, thank you so much. Thank you to all our partners. And this time, we will be recognizing, of course, the efforts of all the CPC partners in our OSEC and CLT area. So just to give everyone a background here, we are implementing in 5 major areas, World Vision. So for OSEC areas, we have been implementing in the municipality of Cordova, Lapu-lapu City, as well as Taguig City. And for our CLT areas, we are in Mandaue and Cebu City. And to note, in every city, we have been working with different partners, stakeholders, to include the Department of Education, from the province division to the different schools, faith-based organizations, churches, community child protection advocates. We have also our community care group volunteers, children and youth leaders in schools, and of course, our local government units at the barangay at the city level. So let us right now take a glimpse of the highlights of the CPC partnership in every area as we recognize our partners. So this time on, let's start with our OSEC area. Let's look into the highlights with our partners, done with our partners in Taguig City.
Ang online sexual exploitation on children o mas kilala sa tawag na OSEC ay isang matagal ng isyong kinaharap sa ating lipunan. Dahil dito, nalalagay sa kapahamakan ang seguridad at kaligtasan ng mga kabataan. Kaya naman, higit na binibigyang prioridad ang pagtugon sa suliraning ito upang mabigyan ng proteksyon ang isa sa pinaka-vulnerable na sektor sa ating lipunan. Mula noong 2011 hanggang 2019, nakapagtala ang International Justice Mission Program ng 171 na kaso ng OSEC sa bansa. Katumbas nito ay ang 571 na biktimang nailigtas, 229 na pinaghihinalaang suspects at 76 na nahatulan ng kasong ito. Dito sa Taguig, naniniwala kami na ang bawat mamamayan ay mahalaga at nararapat na mabigyan ng sapat na proteksyon. Ang ating hangaring mabigyan ng kaligtasan ng ating mga kabataan ay pinagtibay pa ng pagkakaroon ng ugnayan ng ating lokal na pamahalaan Sa World Vision Development Foundation Incorporated, katuwang ang International Justice Mission noong January 2019 na naglalayong magkaroon ng matibay na implementasyon ang mga OSEC-related programs sa lungsod. Sa kasabay na taon, ang lungsod ng Taguig ay naglunsad din ng kampanyang Embrace. Ang Embrace ay may layuning maituro sa publiko ang kahalagahan ng child protection, pag-iwas sa exploitation, pagresponde laban sa OSEC, at pagpapatibay ng mga mekanismo sa ating mga komunidad upang mabigyan ng atensyon ng OSEC. Upang maayos at malinaw na maibahagi sa nakararami at sa mga nangangailangang sektor ang impormasyon tungkol sa OSEC, ay nagsagawa ng orientation sa mga piling barangay at paaralan sa lungsod. Pinili ang mga ito sa kanilang populasyon, bilang ng OSEC cases at kagustuhang maging parte ng programa. Sa loob ng 3 taon, iba't ibang trainings at seminar workshop ang ginawa upang mapaigting ang kanilang kapasidad na magkaroon ng advokasya pagdating sa OSEC prevention. Ilan sa mga ito ay ang mga sumusunod: caring for families, empowering children through life skills for OSEC prevention, strengthening community care groups, strengthening the local council for the protection of children on OSEC, at child protection policy workshop. 3 taon matapos itong simulan ay bumaba ang bilang ng OSEC cases sa mga barangay at paaralan na naging bahagi ng programa. Malayo pa tayo sa ating layunin para sa lungsod, pero sa maayos na pagtuturo at aktibong partisipasyon ng ating mga mamamayan, ay tiyak na magiging isang ligtas na komunidad ang Taguig para sa ating mga kabataan. Ilan sa mga naging inisyatibo ng ating lungsod sa pagsugpo ng OSEC ay ang pagkakaroon ng seminar tungkol sa OSEC awareness. Nauna na dito ang National Children's Month Celebration at Birthday Bash, kung saan ito ay naging pangunahing paksa. Bukod dito ay kasama rin sa plano ng lokal na pamahalaan na maabot ang lahat ng barangay at eskwelahan na makasama sa programang ito.
As a trained Supreme Student Government on empowering children through life skills, isa sa pinakamahalagang natutunan ko ay ang pagbibigay impormasyon, lalo na sa mga bagay na hindi alam ng karamihan. Lahat na natutunan namin sa training ay aming ibinahagi sa aming kapwa mag-aaral at sa bagong halal na SSG sa pamamagitan ng seminar. Actually, may initial na kaming plano pero dahil nga sa pandemya ay na-cancel ito. Pero gayon pa man, ay naglunsad pa rin kami ng video na aming ipinost online sa tulong ng International Justice Mission, World Vision at lokal na pamahalaan ng Taguig. Laman nito ang mga partikular tungkol sa OSEC at sa kung paano masugpo ito. Personally, ay kahit na-graduate na ako, tuloy pa rin ang aming kampanya at pinaplano ko na isama ang aking advokasya sa aking universidad sapagkat naniniwala ako na ang bawat isa sa atin ay may kakayahan magbigay aksyon upang labanan, masugpuan at tuldukan ang online sexual exploitation sa mga kabataan.
Dito sa Taguig, naniniwala kami na ang lahat ng kabataan ay dapat maging ligtas laban sa karahasan, pananamantala at sa kahit anumang klase ng pang-aabuso. Madalas nating marinig na ang kabataan ang pag-asa ng bayan. Ngunit para mangyari ito ay kailangan natin silang mabigyan ng kompletong proteksyon sa ating pagsisimula ng kanilang pag-asa. Umasa kayo na hindi titigil ang lungsod ng Taguig sa paglaban sa mga kaso ng OSEC, sa pagpapatibay ng ating sistema at mga serbisyong tutugon dito, at sa pagbabahagi ng mga kwento ng ating komunidad upang maging inspirasyon sa ating mga kabataan.
Much to our partners from Taguig, and so we are giving this plaque of appreciation to the city government of Taguig for its outstanding commitment and excellent service in advancing the advocacies on online sexual exploitation of children prevention through the Child Protection Compact Partnership. Given this 23rd day of February 2021, signed Romel V. Fuerte, World Vision National Director, Attorney Sam Inocencio, Regional Vice President, OSEC Hub, Asia Pacific Region of IJM, and Susan Snyder, Senior Coordinator for International Programs, Office to Monitor and Combat Trafficking in Persons, United States Department of State. A round of applause to our partners from the city government of Taguig. Ayan. So aside from the city government of Taguig, one of our areas that we would also look into as to their highlights and accomplishments in fighting OSEC is from the city of Lapu-lapu. Let's watch this video.
Sa pagka-member na ko ng FBO, so mas daghan ang parents nga na mold o na educate sila about OSEC kay nakibalo sila nga asa dapitan nagsugod ug unsay dapat nila nga ma-parent silang mga anak na dili ang kalisod mo'y mahimong babag aron ang atong mga kabatanunan maapil sila aning OSEC.
The CPC project, which is funded by the U.S. government and co-implemented by International Justice Mission and World Vision, was implemented in the city of Lapu-lapu in the year 2017. With a strong partnership of various sector leaders, including the government and the academe, the project have made impact in battling OSEC and CLT.
So, sa mga seminars nga nahatag sa World Vision, daghan kay mig nakatunan hasta ang akong mga kauban, daghan kay nakatunan unsaon na mo pag kahibaw nga naay usik nga problema anang lugar sa among barangay.
Ako sa kay pasalamat na mo sa World Vision nga pinaagi sa ilang programa sa compact children learning, no, at least makahibaw ang atong mga kabataan unsay ilang mga angayan nga dili buhaton ang sa ato yung mga ginikanan nga dako gyud kay sila role.
We are thankful to World Vision for the undying support from the beginning up until now. We are also forever be grateful for the opportunity and hoping for more seminars and programs against child trafficking.
We are very excited to share with you that Lapu-lapu City will soon have a child help application which will be downloaded in every child's gadgets, and a quick response team or QRT that will respond to calls for help.
To our partners from the city government of Lapu-lapu, daghan kaayong salamat. Thank you so much. We have here with us our CSWDO to represent the city government of Lapu-lapu, Ma'am Elsa Legaspe de los Santos, to receive the plaque of appreciation given to the city of Lapu-lapu, and for its outstanding commitment and excellent service in advancing the advocacies on online sexual exploitation of children, prevention through the CPC Partnership, given this 23rd day of February. Signed, Romel V. Fuerte, National Director of World Vision, Attorney Sam Inocencio, Regional Vice President, OSEC Hub Asia Pacific Region, IJM, Susan Snyder, Senior Coordinator for International Programs, Office to Monitor and Combat Trafficking in Persons, United States Department of State. Daghan kaayong salamat. A round of applause to the city government of Lapu-lapu. Okay, so aside from them, right now, we will be checking on our partners. So let us try to check our partners who are with us right now live on the ground. So guys, mga kapatid, mga kaibigan, mga kapamilya, let's check on our partners who are also viewing us. Kung kumusta sila. Kumusta sila while they are viewing us right now and tuning in to our end of project celebration. Actually, right now, we have our field correspondent, our very own staff, Ray Dahonan, who is right now in Lapu-lapu City in one of our covered areas. Hello, Ray. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you loud and clear, Faith.
Okay, so Ray, kumusta diha?
Yes, Faith, I am here live one of our covered areas in Barangay Maribago, Lapu-lapu City. Gathered here to celebrate with us are our partner from Barangay Maribago Council, headed by Honorable Captain Rosalino Abing, faculty and staff of Maribago High School, headed by their school principal, Mr. Jeffrey Casigas, our faith-based organization from UCCP, headed by Reverend Steve Berdin, our community leaders and volunteers. Actually, they started with their local program and celebration early 8 a.m. And now they are tuning in live to our grand celebration via Zoom. And here I have together with me Ms. Loida Aragon, guidance designate of Maribago High School. Ma'am, as one of our partners, how was your experience with Child Protection Compact Partnership?
Good afternoon, good morning, everyone. To combat violence against children is not an easy task in our end. Maribago High School is very grateful with our partnership with World Vision. Because of this, our school children are aware of what is OSEC, or online sexual exploitation of children, and child labor and trafficking. They knew that these activities will lead the destruction of their future. So Maribago High School will rest assured that this CPC project will be continued. We will promise that we will continue implementing this project to our school children. In behalf of Maribago High School families, most especially to our school principals, the leadership of Mrs. Liz Marie Malubay, Mrs. Perpetua Padayaw, and Mr. Jeffrey Cabigas, we are very thankful with World Vision. Thank you so much, sir.
Daghang kayong salamat, ma'am. And Faith, that is just one of our community partners here in Lapu-lapu City. The rest you can see at my back. Wave. Yes. Back at you, Faith.
You're just in one of our covered areas, right?
Yes.
Hello, Ray?
Yes, hello.
Yes, so you are in one of our covered areas. So thank you so much. No, okay lang ang panahon diha. So
okay na okay.
At nakapa-observe pa rin ang physical and social distancing while
Yes,
gathering.
yes, we observe social physical distancing.
So wave. Can we see you wave, or are you really hearing us, guys? Are you really hearing us?
Yes, my monitor only.
Okay, so maybe there's a little of a delay since napaka-live talaga tayo ngayon, no? So we would just really, as much as we want to see the smiles on the faces sa ating mga partners there, pero dapat talagang naka-mask on ang lahat because of the pandemic.
Yes.
So right now, we will also try to check on some of our partners, not only from Lapu-lapu City, but also from our partners. Okay, say hi. Yeah, okay. Say hi and bye. Okay, so just continue to tune in because we still have a lot of messages and really a lot of good presentations to be shared later on, no? So ngayon, tingnan naman natin ang isa sa ating mga kasamahan who is also on the area. Do we have already right now live from Cordova, our friend, or maybe live from Cebu and Mandaue City? Okay, so if they are not yet here, maybe later on we can check on them. Okay, so I think Cordova is already on the line. Yes, so from the municipality of Cordova, we have our very own World Vision Child Protection Compact Support Staff, Shanine Lumapak, who is there with us right now. Hi, Shanine, come in.
Yes, hello. Good morning, Ate Faith and everyone. I am live here in the ground in Barangay Ibabaw, one of our covered area in the municipality of Cordova. Everyone, as you can see at my back, is excited and also listening closely to every message that is being delivered. Right now with me together is the punong barangay of the Barangay Ibabaw, Honorable Chito Bentazal, JD. So, Kap, how do you feel about the end of the project celebration of the CPC project?
Hello, everyone. I am extremely delighted of the program, the CPC program of the World Vision. And in behalf of the people of Barangay Ibabaw, I am so thankful to the World Vision for being our partners in addressing the issues on the online sexual exploitation of children. And being our partners, we have accomplished a lot of projects in our barangay, one of which is the rollout training on the awareness program. We reach to our children, our youth sector, and to our parents, and all the stakeholders in our barangay, especially down to the grassroots levels, in giving them an intensive awareness on how to fight against online sexual exploitation of children.
Yes, Honorable Chito, that is really good to hear, no? So I want to know, Honorable Chito, even though after the CPC project will end, how do you see that the barangay will continue the programs that you have already implemented?
As a duty bearers and as a public servant, it is my primordial duty and moral obligation to continue in promoting and protecting the rights of the children, especially on the online sexual exploitation of children. And in fact, the barangay has allocated funds in the sustainability project in the Barangay Council for the Protection of Children in order to continue what World Vision has started in our barangay.
Yes, that is so inspiring to hear, Honorable Chito. And as also everybody can see, and also Ati Faith, our partners here in the municipality of Cordova, especially Barangay Ibabaw, is very committed to our project and ending OSEC in the Philippines, especially in Barangay Ibabaw. Now back to the studio.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much,
Yes,
Shanine.
thank you all. Thanks, everyone.
Cordova. So actually, for everyone who is viewing us right now, we are actually these partners on the ground, especially those here in Cebu, Mandaue, Lapu-lapu, and Cordova, since it's allowed to have small group gatherings, observing the proper protocols. They had also an early program that started at around 8 a.m. in their respective areas. So they had their simple local programs also in celebration of this end of projects activity that we have right now. And now they are tuning in by 10 a.m. with us. For this time on, let us also try to check on not only from the areas from our OSEC areas, but from our partners from Cebu and Mandaue partners of our CLT area. So together with us live is our very own staff, Lee Jim, who is with us, with the partners there. So Lee Jim, please come in. Hi, Lee Jim. Can you hear us?
Hello. Sorry.
Okay, so maybe there's a little some of those sounds, but anyway, we will get back to them later on. So at this point, let us try to look into an intermission number. So this is one of the winning pieces, National Children's Month in one of our covered areas, no? Isa siya sa mga very active natin na youth leader doon sa ating area I think in Cordova, if I'm not mistaken. So he will be giving us a spoken poetry on OSEC. So he's not only a youth leader, but he is actually also a member of the CCPA, or the Community Child Protection Advocate. So friends, ladies and gentlemen, let us watch the intermission or the presentation from Romar Pogoy.
Pangandoy sa usa ka bata, makabut unta. Sa pagkabut sa ugma, magpabilin ang pangandoy sa usa ka bata nga makabut unta taliwala sa COVID-19 nga hulga sa banag-banag sa kabuntagon, mga plano sa kinabuhi unta tagbuon, kahago og pagpaningkamot sa mga ginikanan, inspirasyon nga mutatak sa alimpatakan sa mga anak. Bisan pa man sa kalisod, problema sa kinabuhi nga gasaguyod. Mabati ang tumang kahawang kung sa pag-eskwela dili sa gulan og binuang. Walay laing padulngan sa mga bata nga mga takulan. Apan grasya ug panalangin ang dangatan sa bata nga naningkamot para sa ginikanan. Sa matag kilom-kilom sa kahaponon, tumang kalipay ang mahiagom. Dungawan lamang ang kakapoy kaysa magtambay ug maglaroy-laroy. Kasadya ang mabati. Sa batang walay pagpili, ni pagtahod sa uban wala gidumili. Unta pangandoy mo dudong og intay, dili mabali. Kalipay ang makabot mo nga naas utlanan. Paghago og inspirasyon mo, dili gayud makalimtan. Sa pagpupot mo sa imong diploma, pagbati sa tumang kalipay ug luha mo dagayday. Nga ikaw batang lalaki o babae, dili gayud mauwahi. Sa bisan unsa nga klase sa panahon, sa kalisod man o maayong kondisyon. Ikaw magpabilin nga lingkod, sa sakto nga dalan, imong pagasubayon. Pangandoy sa usa ka bata, makabot unta.
Wow. Wow, that is pangandoy sa usa ka bata. The dream of a child, no? So that is really, really very that's really very inspiring for our children and our youth. So if you can recall, just earlier, we recognized our partners from OSEC area. So these were our partners from the city government of Taguig. And we have also our partners from that was the city government of Lapu-lapu. So aside from that, we would be trying to also look into the videos of those who are live right now. Can we check on the screen those from in Lapu-lapu City and even from Taguig? Can we see them on screen? Yeah. Okay. So yan. Siguro maybe if you can just briefly open for especially those in Taguig. Yeah, because our partners from Taguig are in their respective homes. Thank you so much for the office of course, our mayor in Taguig, of Mayor Lino Cayetano. Daghan kayong salamat. And of course, sa ato ang mga kaubanan, anang mga kasamahan from the different offices with Sir Rene and the rest of our partners, active partners in the city of Taguig. We are so happy to have you around this morning. And we have also from our different barangays, from our local officials, BLGUs, BCPC members, from the different active schools, from the principal, school head, from the Child Protection Committee members. You are also with us right now. Thank you so much. And even to note, the former SSG officers who already graduated but still are involved in supporting our OSEC prevention campaigns. Thank you so much. Yes, I see them waving. Yes, there you go. I see some others waving and saying hi. That's great to see you. Great to see you guys. So this time on, can we check from our partners also in Cebu and Mandaue? Are they already ready? Can we hear them on? Lee Jim?
Yes.
Hello, Lee Jim?
Yes, Ate Faith, thank you. And yes, I'm with our partners from Mandaue City and Cebu City. And together with me is Honorable Carl Amar Amen, the Chair of Women and Children and Vice Chair of Tejero Barangay Council for the Protection of Children. Hi, Cons Carl. Hi. How do you feel that CPC project will now end, and what are your plans to continue the advocacy on how to protect children from child labor trafficking?
Okay, so thank you very much. Of course, last December, when we were aware that the CPC project will be ending, of course, we were saddened because World Vision is a treasure to us, especially in Barangay Tejero, because we have been empowered and aware, even though there are some circumstances that we don't know that it is already considered as child labor trafficking. So with that knowledge and awareness, we will be able to echo that to the community on the grassroots level. So even though we are sad that we will be parting today, but
we will still continue with our advocacy with strengthening the BCPC or Barangay Council Protection for Children. We will continue with the projects, programs, and activities together, of course, with World Vision.
Thank you, Cons, and we hope for the best in all your endeavors in the future to protect our children. And back to you, Ate Faith.
Oh, by the way, Lijim, before you go back to me, I just would want to also ask, who are some of the participants, like the composition of our participants together with you live right now?
Yes, we have schools from Mandaue City and Cebu City. Say hi, guys. And we have our partner barangays from Mandaue and Cebu also. And we have our partner faith-based organization.
Okay, so kompleto. Siguro lang, of course, our children, no, and the youth leaders most of them are just tuning really in their respective homes dahil kailangan na hindi sila munang lumabas. So right now, thank you so much for Cebu and Mandaue. Then again, we would want to recognize not the least, but of course, one of the very active din natin na partner on OSEC prevention, the municipality of Cordova. So friends, ladies and gentlemen, let us watch this video to see the highlights of our accomplishments, of the partnership accomplishment in the municipality of Cordova.
Usa ra gyud kabutang nga akong ikuano ang kaning OSEC nga mao gyud maoy na kuan ako nga importante kay ni siya mahibaw-an. Ang OSEC is crimes, so dapat mahibaw-an gyud ni sa tanan, labi na dito sa mga kabataan o mga ginikanan.
The CPC project, which is funded by the U.S. government and co-implemented by International Justice Mission and World Vision, was implemented in the city of Cordova in the year 2017. With a strong partnership of various sector leaders, including the government and the academe, the project has made impact in battling OSEC and CLT.
Ang CPC project din sa among barangay dako kay natabang sa amo ang tagi-barangay o sa among constituents tungod kay ang CPC mao'y naglantaw sa kayuhan sa mga kabatan-unan nga among maprotektahan pinaagi sa amo ang paghangop niini o pagdawat niini nga programa.
Ang cyber mura ni diminish good. Hilom na kayo karon. Kunya ako sang urge ang akong mga kauban, mga auxiliaries nga unta vigilante sa sila og dunay ilang makita mo report sila dayon.
Thankful for this rare opportunity to speak before passionate advocates against human trafficking. And I would like to thank World Vision for helping us in fighting OSEC and giving us the program on Children Protection Compact. I'm thankful enough that some of our youth already volunteered for this advocates. And we have this collaboration with the school and our churches here in Cordova. So hand in hand, we are all helping to fight OSEC.
All right, so thank you so much to the for that great video. And now we are so happy that together with us is actually Mayor Therese Sitoy to receive the plaque of appreciation for its outstanding commitment and excellent service in advancing advocacies on online sexual exploitation of children prevention through the Child Protection Compact Partnership. So this is given this 23rd day of February 2021, signed Romel V. Fuerte, World Vision Development Foundation National Director, Attorney Sam Inocencio, Regional Vice President, OSEC Hub, Asia Pacific Region, IJM, and of course, Susan Snyder of the Senior Coordinator for the International Programs Office to Monitor and Combat Trafficking in Persons, United States Department of State. Congratulations and thank you so much to the Mayor Therese for being with us live today. Gianhian yun ta ni Mayor, no? Even with her very, very busy schedule. Thank you so much. And to the very committed municipality also of Cordova. Daghan kaayong salamat. Okay, guys. So that is it for our area in OSEC. So can we give everyone again a round of applause even if naamo sa inyo nga mga lain-lain na lugar or you're just sitting in your respective homes o sa kanya-kanyang mga tahanan. Let's give a virtual clap or a virtual applause for everyone. Ayan. So right now, those are our areas sa OSEC for the city of Taguig, the city of Lapu-lapu, and the municipality of Cordova. Equally very good partners who have been very strong in the advocacy through our activities done together all throughout the year. So right now, guys, we will be looking into also the partners from Cebu and Mandaue. So we will be viewing also the partnership accomplishment and highlights. As we recognize first, let's go to the city government of Cebu.
CPC is dako kayong natabang namo even nga wala ni case sa CLT but ang amo lang to awareness nya to prevent usa sa among buhaton aron mapadayon ang nasugdan sa project aron ma-prevent ang CLT or Child Labor Trafficking sa among barangay kay ang pagkandak og trainings and seminars in every sitio aron ma-aware pud ang mga ginikanan.
The CPC project, which is funded by the U.S. government and co-implemented by International Justice Mission and World Vision, was implemented in the city of Cebu in the year 2017. With a strong partnership of various sector leaders, including the government and the academe, the project have made impact in battling OSEC and CLT.
So, aron mapadayon ang project nga CPC project sa barangay aron mapungan ang CLT. So, mag-conduct mi og curfew, then sa mga sitio, then minimize sa mga pag-abuso sa mga bata.
Ampo nga ang atong mga partners, mga donors magpadayon pa ug magmadasigon usab ang mga nag-atiman niini nga programa aron magpadayon ang usa ka proyekto sa pagtabang sa atong mga kabatan-unan nga naan hisalaat sila sa dili maayo nga dalan sa kinabuhi.
Okay, so we are giving this plaque of appreciation to the city government of Cebu for its outstanding commitment and excellent service in advancing the advocacies on child labor trafficking prevention through the CPC Partnership, given this 23rd day of February 2021, again signed by Romel V. Fuerte, World Vision National Director, Attorney Sam Inocencio, Regional Vice President of OSEC Hub, Asia Pacific Region of IJM, and Susan Snyder, Senior Coordinator for International Programs, Office to Monitor and Combat Trafficking in Persons, United States Department of State. And so, friends, let's now move on to also looking into the partnership accomplishments in the city of Mandaue.
World Vision CPC projects helps barangay Paknan in giving educations, advocacy, and preventions to some silent crimes and child abuses in the barangay.
I thought that my 7-year journey of being a student leader already opened me up on the real issues the youth has always been facing. But all those changed when I was able to attend a seminar conducted by World Vision, which was all about the fight against child labor trafficking. It was a life-changing experience indeed. Because of the CPC project, I was able to see the reality of child life beyond the four-walled classroom.
The CPC project, which is funded by the U.S. government and co-implemented by International Justice Mission and World Vision, was implemented in the city of Mandaue in the year 2017. With a strong partnership of various sector leaders, including the government and the academe, the project have made impact in battling OSEC and CLT.
As barangay official, barangay kagawad, una yun akong nakatunan sa ato ang CPC, ang kanig yung 3 Ps, ang prevention, protection, and prosecution. Ang diin ato ang pahugtan, pag-ayo ang pag-prevent o pagproteher sa atong mga kabataan para sa aning CLT o OSEC.
Given that we have started the training programs for our BCPCs, especially in their roles in our child labor trafficking program, I would like to see the remaining barangays of Mandaue City to be trained as well in this particular project, so that we could sustain and expand or optimize our resources and, of course, efforts in preventing child labor trafficking in our city of Mandaue.
One of my prayers before we end ang ato ang training, that I ask God nga one soul nga gitawag na to kana bitang makaila sa Ginoo, makadawat sa Ginoo, at the same time kana bitang ma-partner nila ang Ginoo sa ilahang kinabuhi.
And so that was for the city government of Mandaue. Daghan kaayong salamat for the accomplishments. And so we have with us right now, Ma'am Richelle Espina, to receive the plaque of appreciation. And so on behalf of the CPC, we would like to give this to Mandaue City for its outstanding commitment and excellent service in advancing advocacies on child labor trafficking prevention through the CPC Compact Partnership. Given this 23rd of February 2021, signed Romel V. Fuerte, World Vision National Director, Attorney Sam Inocencio, Regional Vice President of OSEC Hub, Asia Pacific Region IJM, and Susan Snyder, Senior Coordinator for the International Programs Office to Monitor and Combat Trafficking in Persons, United States Department of State. So daghan kayong salamat. Again, a round of applause. So this time, we just recognized all our partners from the CLT areas. We are so glad that we have them together with us in this journey. And right now, we will be going and listening also to the messages from our colleagues from the United States who has been with us in this journey. So friends, with us live right now is our counterpart also from World Vision U.S., who is with us, together with us right now, Michael Greer, the Senior Program Manager of World Vision U.S. Hello, Mike.
Hi, Faith. It's so great to be with you all. Good morning to everybody in the Philippines. It's a real pleasure to speak to you for a few minutes today. As Faith mentioned, I am Mike with World Vision U.S. and I have been supporting this project for about 2 or 3 years now. It's such a sad thing for me that I'm not able to be with you all in person for the close of this project and to be part of this ceremony and to see your faces and to see the project in person. But this absolutely is the next best thing. I think the energy and just the production that's gone into this event, it's really fun and it's really amazing to see what's going on in some of the different areas. As a project manager that supports different World Vision projects around the world in the child protection sector, I always feel like each project has something unique, something that it does really well and sort of serves as sort of an example. And I think this project, the one thing that I would say that I feel like is really been successful with the CPC project is based on the word collaboration. And Sarah, I heard mention this word a little bit as well. I think this project does collaboration especially well. And I think you all are to be absolutely congratulated for that. At World Vision, we place a strong emphasis on child protection, and we really talk and we work together to try to figure out what are those interventions that are going to be the most effective in protecting children around the world, and in this case, the Philippines? What are those interventions that are going to make the most difference when it comes to combating online sexual exploitation of children and child labor trafficking? And the answer to that is that it takes multiple partners, multiple aspects of coordination, and multiple interventions that work together in collaboration in order to make a project successful. And that's what I think this project has done so well. And so I want to congratulate all of you that have made that successful, and especially give a few words of thanks to some of our partners that I think has made this project such a success. Especially, I want to thank the U.S. Department of State for making this project possible. I thank you to our colleagues, the International Justice Mission, who I've worked most closely with, along with my World Vision colleagues there in the Philippines. Thank you especially for your collaboration together with World Vision in making this project successful in the communities. I want to thank also the government of the Philippines and the departments that we've worked with in particular to make this project a success. DSWD, DepEd, local councils for the protection of children, local government units, faith-based partners, of course, and also youth and volunteers. All of you have done so much in order to make this project as successful as it has been. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart on behalf of the part of the World Vision family that I represent. I am so grateful to also the different regions where this project has worked and all of the efforts that have gone on from your angle to to make this project such a success. To Cebu, to Mandaue, to Lapu-lapu City, to Cordova, to Taguig City. Thank you all so much for what you've done and what we can continue to do together to combat CLT and OSEC. Thank you so much. Back over to you, Faith.
Wow, thank you so much, Mike, really for being with us really live. I know it's already maybe late in your time, but thank you for your support and guidance in this project implementation. It's really, truly appreciated. And of course, friends, we will also be hearing a message from the lead grants and partnership of International Justice Mission, who has been very supportive all throughout this project live in partnership with them. Ms. Kristen Owen. Hi, Kristen.
Hello, good morning.
Okay, there you go.
Great. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, World Vision, for inviting me to participate in this celebration today. We certainly have much to celebrate. So I brought my party hat out for the occasion. I'm very sad not to be with you in person because everything is more fun in the Philippines and I miss the snacks. But I wanted to bring a little sense of celebration to the screen with me today. When IJM first learned of the opportunity to apply for these CPC funds, we were immediately excited and wanted to go for the award, but we knew that we would not be able to do it alone. A large part of the CPC project, as designed and outlined by the U.S. State Department's Office to Monitor and Combat Trafficking in Persons, in partnership with the Philippine government, was to activate grassroots communities across the Philippines to identify and prevent the hidden crimes of OSEC and CLT. IJM had a lot of knowledge about how to prevent and report the crimes, but we knew we would need help in reaching and partnering with the communities. World Vision was our shining solution. We already loved working with World Vision and knew how well integrated World Vision was in the communities throughout the Philippines. They already had in place the type of expansive networks that we knew would be necessary to accomplish the ambitious goals of this Child Protection Compact. To our great delight, World Vision signed on as our partner and we won the opportunity to implement this wide-reaching project. Since September of 2017, we have been impressed by the initiative and buy-in from each of the CPC target LGUs. Barangay leaders, school principals, church leaders, teachers, and others were eager to join in the planned activities and roll out the trainings to their communities. We could not have accomplished the ambitious objectives of this project without you. So thank you to our amazing leaders from every level of the project implementation across all of our target LGUs. I want to particularly thank the student leaders of this prevention project. You are an important key to the end of this crime. You have access to identifying potential victims that not even law enforcement agents have. These crimes are difficult to detect, but to have an army of student advocates who know how to spot and report OSEC and CLT among their peers, other children in your schools and communities are safer. You are on the front lines of ending this crime by knowing the warning signs of potential suspicious online activity and worrisome conditions for vulnerable children. For potential victims to have friends and leaders in their community who know what to be watching out for, these children are safer. Thank you for your leadership. Our future is brighter because of you. I wish I could shake the hands of every person on this call and say thank you for the part each of you have played in protecting children across the Philippines. Together, we can end the crimes of CLT and OSEC. Hopefully we can be together in person again soon and share some good Filipino snacks. But until then, we can all rest easier knowing that children are more protected in lockdown right as we speak. Thank you again for the opportunity to celebrate with you. Well done, everyone. Thank you, and back to you, Faith.
Thank you so much, Kristen. Indeed, we can end that crime together if we work together. And I love that party hat, that blue party hat. I might as well, use one here right now for this celebration. So, friends, that caps our first part of the program, wherein we recognized our partners. At the same time, we gave them their plaque of appreciation and heard the very inspiring messages from all our partner agencies. And from IJM, from World Vision, and especially from JTIP. And so for the second part of the program, right now we would be sharing to the general public and all partners some of our partnership output as a result of our concerted efforts. So we are happy to initially introduce to you 3 documents crafted through this partnership, though this will be given to you officially, printed and published once we have already the official approval, of course. But for now, we will be sharing this to the general public. So first document that we will be sharing as a result of our partnership is the research, 2 researches on the community perspectives on OSEC and CLT. And we have with us right now, Ms. Pamela Combenido, the Program Research Specialist of World Vision, to share with us this research. So friends, let's hear it out from Pam.
Hi everyone, maayong buntag po sa lahat. I hope you are all doing well and you are all safe, especially with the recent typhoon. Thank you so much for joining us today to celebrate the Child Protection Compact and all the milestones and achievements that were only made possible through your support. Now I am very pleased to share with you these two research reports that were also published in relation to the Child Protection Compact. The first one is the Community Perspectives on Child Labor Trafficking, and the second report is the Community Perspectives on Online Sexual Exploitation of Children. These reports give you an understanding of the existing knowledge and awareness of OSEC and CLT in select areas in the Philippines. And just to give a background, these reports really started as a way for the CPC team to have a better understanding of how communities see the problem of OSEC and CLT, but it has evolved into like an advocacy tool that we use to ensure that when we make important decisions, when we have this important program or policy discussions around these two important issues, we consider the perspectives of the communities and we really ask how are they relevant and how they will be affected by these policies. Now, I would also like to take this opportunity to thank our partners, the children, their caregivers, and the parents who accomplished the survey and actively participated in the focus group discussions to discuss these two important issues. And also, we would like to thank the key informants from different local government units and government agencies who were very generous with their time and insights and really shared with us their overall experience of implementing programs that respond and prevent OSEC and CLT. Now, I know we've had a lot of learning opportunities already. We've had webinars, community consultations, community validation workshops to really discuss the findings of these reports prior to these official launch and publication. But I thought it's helpful to have like a quick overview of what we can find in these two research reports. The first one is we discuss the initiatives and policies of the government from national to local level and other key stakeholders such as different NGOs to address OSEC and CLT and the gaps and key challenges in implementation. Here we documented existing laws and policies that are very relevant to OSEC and CLT. We also discussed communities' awareness of OSEC and CLT, including their perceptions of their role in reporting to authorities. Here, we did not just discuss what are some of the common notions of the communities when you talk about OSEC and CLT, but we also discussed what are some of the dynamics in the community that might be preventing them from reporting these cases in case these cases, reporting these cases to authorities. We also discussed communities' awareness of existing structures and mechanisms in place to respond to CLT and OSEC cases. Here we discussed who are the trusted authorities of children and adults in case they would report OSEC and CLT. We also discussed here children's awareness of the existing laws and programs that are actually meant to protect them from any types of abuse and harm and exploitation. Now, I would also like to highlight how we can use these reports moving forward. One is to raise awareness and to use the evidence here to spark conversations and discussions in school, among your family members, in your community groups about OSEC and CLT. And let's all help in breaking the culture of silence around these issues. The reports also discuss that children have low awareness of OSEC and CLT, and adults also have some notion about OSEC and CLT that can be used as a starting point when discussing these important issues. Second is to initiate and support. Use these evidence of as evidence of good practice on OSEC and CLT prevention. As mentioned earlier, we also documented some of the practices of different local government units in preventing OSEC and CLT. And let's find ways to support these initiatives and try to see how these can be scaled up and adopted by different LGUs. And lastly, we hope that this report can be used to advocate for better resources in order to fill the gaps when it comes to policies and most importantly, implementation, and urge our stakeholders to pay urgent and critical attention to OSEC and child labor trafficking. I invite everyone to really read the report and all the recommendations that were outlined to prevent OSEC and CLT. So if you have any questions, please feel free to get in touch with us and visit the publication site of World Vision Philippines to get a copy of the full report.
Thank you so much, Pam. So actually, that research on the community perspectives on OSEC and CLT will be published once we get to have already the official approval. So right now, we're just initially presenting it to the public. So then our colleagues and staffs will inform you once we have already officially released it. And for the second document, it is the guidebook for duty bearers on responding to OSEC and CLT. This has been a product of several consultations of IACAT 7 CPC TWG. And right now we have Ms. Eileen Ongab, World Vision CPC specialist, to share on this.
This guidebook for duty bearers in responding to OSEC and CLT cases is published as part of Child Protection Compact Partnership between U.S. and the Philippine government. The CPC Partnership implementing partners work closely with the stakeholders and duty bearers to strengthen their capacity in responding to OSEC and CLT. In particular, World Vision works in community-based mechanisms for identifying and protecting child victims of online sexual exploitation of children and child labor trafficking in preventing these crimes. This guidebook is intended to our frontline responders, our duty bearers, to help gain deeper understanding on OSEC and CLT as form of child trafficking penalized under Philippine laws and relevant laws on OSEC and CLT. It also gives clarity on OSEC and CLT facts versus misconceptions of communities toward OSEC and CLT activities. Will serve as duty bearers guidebook on how to respond and protect children from online sexual exploitation of children and child labor trafficking. Identify practical ways to protect their children from OSEC and CLT. It also adds salient information and protocols to case management approaches, from reporting to referral mechanisms up to reintegration of the survivors in the community. Also, ideas and preferences to strengthen BCPC's duties and responsibilities in responding and preventing OSEC and CLT cases in the community. And lastly, information of existing key government social programs to address child protection issues in the community. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Eileen, for introducing the guidebook. And now we will be hearing a message of support from Prosecutor Maria Teresa Casino, the Deputy City Prosecutor on behalf of IACAT 7.
To World Vision, the International Justice Mission, our civil society organizations, national government agencies, children and families, the local government units at the different levels, good morning. On behalf of Regional Prosecutor Fernando K. Gubalani and the Interagency Council Against Trafficking, ACP VAUSI of Region 7, we would like to extend our warmest felicitations to the duty bearers and stakeholders, to the women and men, to our partners and friends in this joint partnership for the welfare and protection of our children. When the Child Protection Compact was launched in 2017, we were elated that a new opportunity was made available to further help our children. Notably, in 2017, IACAT 7 was already established and actively operating in the region. CPC, as we fondly call it, had steered our focus on a concern that has already been present but needed to be put to fore, that is the victims of child labor trafficking and online sexual exploitation. We then shifted gears to reach these children henceforth, and what a journey it has been. One of the aims of CPC was to help the Philippine government, specifically the Department of Justice and law enforcement agencies, in the investigation, prosecution, and eventual conviction of child traffickers. What comes to mind is this particular case about a British national who was charged in court for luring our young children for a meetup through the internet or online. He took advantage of the vulnerability of our children and the naivety of these children in bringing them to his hotel room, where initial lascivious acts were committed and the children were made to do provocative poses using the webcam. After years of trial, with the perseverance of our public prosecutor and the unwavering support of our social workers, law enforcement agencies, and our partner in the IGM, we were able to secure a conviction on the merits. Why am I highlighting this case? Because this exemplifies how CPC worked for us, a partnership based on trust with one goal in mind, and that is to protect our children. We in IACAT 7 fervently hope that today's activity is not a closure, nor is this an end to a beautiful and laudable partnership. We look forward to new beginnings to respond to emerging concerns that we are facing today. COVID-19 will not hinder us from performing the functions that we vowed to do. Rest assured that IACAT 7 will always be there for you and with you in sustaining the gains of the CPC. It is our responsibility. It is our commitment. Again, congratulations to everyone.
Daghan kaayong salamat, Fiscal Matet. Thank you indeed for the commitment of IACAT. We know very busy talaga to sila. Even sila Fiscal Matet just came from a hearing from the court, and yet you are tuning with us right now dinhi sa Zoom. Thank you. And so that is the second document, the guidebook. And for the third document, we would also like to share with you the Handbook on Services for Child Labor Trafficking Victims. Through our partnership with DOLE 7, the Regional Council Against Child Labor members were able to contribute to the services they have for CLT as captured in this handbook. And we have right now Giselle Sakay, World Vision Child Protection Compact Specialist, to share with us on the handbook.
Good morning, everyone. As shared with you, Child Protection Compact is a partnership agreement between the U.S. government and the Philippine government to strengthen the capacity of the Philippine government and civil society to address online sexual exploitation of children and child labor trafficking in the Philippines, and thereby strengthen existing efforts to eradicate these crimes. The Philippines has relevant laws for anti-trafficking in persons and child labor, but it lacks specific policies that emphasizes programs and services to respond child labor trafficking. World Vision, with the collaborative efforts of all its partners, especially the key members of the Regional Council Against Child Labor 7 and the support of the Interagency Committee 7, have come up in the development of handbook and services for child labor trafficking victims. What is this handbook for? This handbook serves as a comprehensive guide for service providers in the local government units and relevant government agencies on the provision of services for child labor trafficking victims. It also highlights existing government policies and programs that address trafficking in persons and underscores the different local and community-based mechanisms on child protection. For whom is this handbook? This is for the local social workers and other service providers, local government authorities, including the local or barangay council for the protection of children and violence against women and children, other government agencies, including interagency groups, non-government organizations that provides and service to child victims, and the general community. We hope that this handbook and services on child labor trafficking victims serves as comprehensive guide on the programs and services, as well as references to what programs and services can child victims avail, especially child labor trafficking victims. Thank you and good morning.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Giselle. Thank you for sharing that. And to give her message of support, we have together with us right now, very live together with us, the DOLE 7 Regional Director and Regional Council Against Child Labor 7 Chair, Director Salome Siaton. Hello, RD. Good morning.
Good morning po. Good morning, everyone. Of course, to the National Director, Romel Verte, and also to our Senior Program Manager of World Vision U.S. We have Michael Greer, Senior Legazpi Operations Director of World Vision, and Pamela Combinido Program Officer Specialist, Attorney Samson Inocencio, Sarah Davis, the Program Advisor Office to Monitor the Combat Trafficking in Persons of the United States Department of State, Christine Owen, and also Prosecutor Maria Teresa Casinio. Good morning po. The perfect ending to any day, race, or project is to finish strong. This morning, we were able to witness what World Vision was able to deliver to us here in Region 7 programs, a very strong programs that even if they're no longer around here in Region 7, this program will continue to grow, will continue to touch more hearts, continue to assist those people that would be victims of this anti-trafficking, child labor, and etc. So of course, let me continue how we started. Of course, the U.S.-Philippines Child Labor Compact geared towards combating online sexual exploitation of children or OSEC and child labor trafficking is a breakthrough agreement connecting both government as vigilant actors in the fight against one of the worst forms of child labor. The state, as guardian of the rights of the people, initiated the Philippine Program Against Child Labor, which created a network of mutually enabling social partners that work towards the prevention and progressive elimination of child labor, including OSEC and CLT. As officers and members of different organizations, we have a shared responsibility to protect the dignity of our children. Children are vulnerable, they are not helpless, and this includes OSEC and CLT victims. The Regional Council Against Child Labor, chaired by DOLE, and co-chaired also by DSWD, is fortunate to have World Vision as one of its members. Undeniably, World Vision, along with other civil society groups, reinforced government's effort in ending exploitation of children by reaching out to schools, communities, local and national decision makers that can affect the future of the sector. Strides were made in improving existing community-based mechanisms for OSEC and CLT prevention with World Vision's initiatives. This includes the reactivation and assessment of the functionality of Barangay Council for the protection of children on OSEC and likewise on CLT. Aligned programs, community care groups, child protection advocates, and even students on OSEC and CLT prevention. World Vision was also instrumental in capacitating members of the Regional Council Against Child Labor on responding to child labor trafficking, which contributed to the development of handbook and services for CLT victims. With World Vision's child and victim-focused initiatives, any government, for that matter, is assured that they have a strong ally when it comes to safeguarding children's rights. In behalf of the Regional Council Against Child Labor, I would like to thank World Vision for your hard work, generosity, and support to the Council. For many times, you have been our constant partner along with other NGOs in this fight against child labor. The project might have ended, but your legacy lives on. So, seeds have been planted by of course, by you here in Region 7. And also, for us, let us cultivate them to grow. Thank you so much, World Vision, for serving our communities with love, for connecting with government institutions with sincerity, for giving RCACL the opportunity to work with your team, and for committing and putting welfare of children first in your programs. Daghang salamat at maayong buntag.
Maayong buntag usab kanimo RD Salome Siaton. We know that even beyond CPC partnership, we will still be working hand in hand with your good office. Thank you for being with us live this morning. Yes, we truly appreciate that. And you know, friends, for 4 years of being together and working together, it has really resulted to a lot of gains. And we give glory to Him above for all that has been and will still be done. At this time, before we will be ending this event, I would like to also personally thank my team, the very team of the Child Protection Compact. Together with me are my staffs, whom you have seen earlier, Giselle and Eileen, our CPC specialists nga inyuhang kauban-uban na naging kasama nyo in this journey in your respective areas. And of course, our very active staff from Taguig, si Carla, at lahat ng ating mga kasamahan dyan sa Taguig. Daghang salamat, maraming salamat sa inyo. And we're grateful that with a very supportive Associate Director for Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao covering the CPC project, Ate Joy, Ate Jocelyn Mariscal, thank you for supporting us all the way. And we would like also to recognize our previous colleagues who has been with us, whom you know for sure, sina Ariel, silang Kuya Erne, and a lot more, who has helped us through this 4-year journey. So friends, before we end, let us all fix our eyes to the screen for the highlights. Kasi do you know that we actually have a same-day edit video today na makita kung ano yung mga kaganapan sa iba't ibang mga areas natin on the ground. At the same time, some of video clips that were also pre-recorded throughout the whole partnership journey. Again, my colleagues, my partners, our partners, let us look into this same-day edit video.
are thankful sa World Vision, especially the strengthening of BCPC. Actually, we have conduct our BCPC meeting before the pandemic every month, every third Thursday.
I am a firm believer that children are our most valuable resource. Everyone is part of anyone else, so let us all fight against online sexual exploitation of children.
As I continue to explore, I want to leave trails of life-changing moments and become an inspiration to others, so that one day, children of all ages will no longer suffer and be able to live life without any fears and setbacks.
In conducting the capacity building activities for our pilot barangays, we have learned and experienced that the barangays have vital roles in implementing our children's program, especially on the prevention of child trafficking in our barangays. It's been our experience that the barangays have fully appreciated the efforts of both our office and World Vision in giving them the proper knowledge and training as to their roles in preventing child labor trafficking.
The municipality of Cordova has always been grateful and cooperative to institutions which help us in our fight against the exploitation of our women and children. And I would like to thank World Vision for helping us in fighting OSEC and giving us that program on Children Protection Compact project. We are really grateful for that program, and then we want to sustain that program. We even institutionalize the Child Protection Unit so we can still pursue the project.
World Vision is grateful for the Child Protection Compact Partnership that enabled us to help children live in safer communities. To all our partners from the barangay, city, municipal, regional, and national level, daghan kaayong salamat, maraming salamat for the fruitful years of working together in ending OSEC and CLT.
Wow. So thank you so much for that same day edit with a mixture of some clips also taken earlier today. So those were a picture of the ongoing simultaneous celebration on the ground. And before we formally end this event, let us call on World Vision's Operation Director, our very own Senya Legaspi. Ate Sen.
Thank you, Faith. Good afternoon, everyone. Helen Keller once said, "Alone we can do so little, together we can do so much." What transpired this morning has once again proven how true this statement is. It has been both a challenging and inspiring 4 years for all of us who have been actively involved in this project. But as what we have witnessed today, we have gone a long way from where we have started. We honor all our partners, namely the government of the United States of America for gifting us with this project, the International Justice Mission that trusted us with this partnership, the Department of Justice, the Department of Labor and Employment, the Department of Education, the local government units of the municipality of Cordova, and the cities of Cebu, Lapu-lapu, Mandaue, and Taguig, non-government organizations, faith-based organizations, schools and universities, student and youth organizations, and community leaders and advocates. It was truly a blessing to be working alongside you. To my own colleagues, both in World Vision United States and in the Philippine office, thank you for your commitment. We are truly proud. This Child Protection Compact project is about to end, but we are full of hope that all our effort and initiatives on online sexual exploitation of children and child labor trafficking prevention will be sustained with the commitment of all the empowered communities and partners who are also with us today. We at World Vision believe that prevention is possible in the same way we believe that it is yours, mine, our responsibility to protect children. By working together, we can all create a world free from all forms of child abuse, where children can grow up happy, healthy, educated, and safe. Daghan kaayong salamat. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat.
Thank you again. So friends, this caps our event for this day. And we are just so much elated and grateful for everyone's presence. So maybe at this time, before we officially close our event, we can show everyone here on screen so we can take screenshots of all the participants who has been joining us also right now via Zoom. And for those who are in FB Live, thank you for keeping and tuning in with us. It has been a very great time spending with you this morning. And I know that it's already lunchtime here in the Philippines and you will be eating soon. So can everyone just wave your hands so then we get to capture there. How about, yeah, so let's just have, okay, so you're waving your hands and then let's pause for a while our colleagues here will be capturing you from one screen to another. Show your sweetness and show some beautiful smile. Okay, there you go. So someone is capturing. Go to screenshot. There. So I suppose we still have our colleagues from the United States. Thank you for staying with us until this time, Mike, Kristen, and Sarah. And from our FBOs, the students, leaders, yes, from Taguig, we have a lot from Taguig also with us. Yeah, so you can open your cameras should you want to be seen. Okay, so maybe we can enable the camera so we can have that, have everyone's faces also recognized. Okay, so we see here where there's also a lot of thank you messages from the chat box. Thank you also, of course, this partnership would never be a success without everyone's commitment. And we are really foreseeing that this will not be the end because we will continue to be doing this together even beyond. So if you will be posting this celebration also via your Facebook, let's use the hashtag and OSEC and CLT. Yeah, so okay, everyone, just turn on your videos, wave, and then let's go. Someone from our team here is taking on the photo and the video. Yes, there you are. Thank you so much for spending your time. I can see some familiar faces, beautiful and young faces. Carla, hi Carla, Carlo, and all. Yeah, there you go. So at this time, ladies and gentlemen, I would just like to say thank you and happy launch, and let's see this video again, and goodbye, everyone.
We are thankful sa World Vision, especially the strengthening of BCPC. Actually, we have conduct our BCPC meeting before the pandemic every month, every third Thursday.
I am a firm believer that children are our most valuable resource. Everyone is part of anyone else, so let us all fight against online sexual exploitation of children.
As I continue to explore, I want to leave trails of life-changing moments and become an inspiration to others so that one day, children of all ages will no longer suffer and be able to live life without any fears and setbacks.
In conducting the capacity building activities for our pilot barangays, we have learned and experienced that the barangays have vital roles in implementing our children's program, especially on the prevention of child trafficking in our barangays. It's been